name itself, you can imagine variables like something that can change. Okay, there are two concepts, and second one is constant. Okay, variables and constant. So what is basically mean by variables? Variable means something that can be varied. Varied means something that can be changed, right? So that is what mean by variables. So what is the definition of variables? Those are containers for storing data values. Okay, so first we are going to see the example, then read the definition, then you can understand. Okay, so let me take a variable. Okay, I'm going to create a variable. So this is my variable, or let me take the variable as name. Okay, so this is my variable name. Okay, my variable name is name. Or if you are feeling confused, I can provide like something like this. Okay, this is the name of my variable. My variable name is fruit. And if I need to store some value inside this variable, how I can store? I can store by using a simple equal to. Okay, this means in this variable I am storing fruit mango. Okay, right? So what does this mean? Fruit is a variable, and inside this variable I am storing a value called mango. So I can say that fruit is what? Variable name. And mango is what? Mango is the value. Okay, so here you can see that fruit and mango. Fruit is my variable name and mango is my value for that variable. Okay, so now how I can print mango? How I can print mango? I can simply print fruit. Okay, if I simply print fruit and run this code, you can see that, sorry, I haven't run this cell. So first I need to run this cell. Okay, by running this cell, what will happen? It will create a variable called fruit, and inside that variable this value will be stored, and finally when I run this, you can see that it is printing mango. Okay, so this is how we can create a variable. Now if I need to store some numbers, okay, how I can store number? So let me take num. Okay, this is the variable name num, and inside this num I am storing 5. Okay, and if I need to print 5, how I can print? Please give me the code for printing 5. The same way, how I can print 5? Are you able to see now? Okay, fine. So I can see everybody is giving correct answer. Yeah, exactly. So please tell me, what is the variable name and what is the value here? Okay, like you said, I am printing num. Let me see what will happen. So first I need to run this, right? So I am running this first and I am running this second. Yeah, correct. I am getting 5. Yeah, that is correct. I can see num is the variable name and 5 as the value. Okay, so my question is, every time if you need to print, what if you need to make use of this num, do you need to every time print this 5? No, right? If you need to print num, or if you need to do something with this 5, you have to just call what? You have to just call this num, right? So how okay. Okay, so now if I'm taking num is equal to 10, okay, if I'm taking num is equal to 10, the same variable name I have taken, num is equal to 5 and num is equal to 10. So if I print num, what will be get printed? First it was num is equal to 5. Later what I have done is I have taken num is equal to 10. If I again print num, what will be the result? That is my question. 10. I can see answers like 10. Why because 10? Because Python is an interpreted language, right? We have already discussed Python is an sorry, I haven't run this. That's why I am getting 5. So if I run num is equal to 10 and if I run again, then you can see the result like 10. Okay. So like I said, Python is an interpreted language. Yesterday we have already discussed what is meant by interpreted language. Interpreted means it will be reading the code line by line. Okay. So what is happening is earlier when the Python have run this code, it has read num as 5. Num is equal to 5. It has read and it has printed 5. But when it comes to the second line, what is happening? We updated the value of 5 to 10. Okay, then again if we print num, what will happen? We will be getting the updated value. Okay, it will get changed. Okay, I hope it is clear why we are getting num is equal to 10. Okay, so you have learned to create variable. Now you can read this definition, then you can understand what it is saying. It is a container for storing data values. Okay, it is a container. So like we said, this num is a container, this fruit is a container. So all this will be storing what? It will be storing some data values. So whenever you need this data value, you don't need to call this data value directly. Instead of this, what you can do, you can call this container. Why? Because inside this container, this value is stored, right? So you can directly call this container. You don't need to call this data value. Have you understood the definition? Why variables are called containers? Have you understood the definition? Okay. So now I am going through the key points of that. No need to declare types explicitly. Use descriptive names. Okay. So now we are going to see some of the like rules and regulations are there. Okay. If you need to give a name to this variable, there are some rules and regulations are there. Okay. I will say what is this. So first thing, no need to declare types explicitly. What does it mean? If you have learned other programming languages, then you can understand. Okay. Let me show you one example. In other programming languages, there is something called data types. Okay. I will just go through data types first. Let's see what is meant by data types. Sorry. Let's see what is meant by data types. So data types are basically, if you are having only one letter, then we will be calling it as character. Okay. Char is there, string is there, integer is there, boolean is there, and float is there. Okay. I'll explain what does this each mean. Okay. So what is mean by character or char? Char means, I am giving only the example. Okay. Char means how we will be writing a character in single quote. Okay. A, B, all these are all these are characters, etc. Okay. This is what mean by char data type or character data type. Okay. Now I am saying string data type. So what is mean by string data type? String data type we have already discussed. If we are writing something like a string or a sentence or something like my name is Ishana and etc. etc. Anything something like this. Name, my name is something like this sentence. That is what called string. This data type is called what? String. Okay. Now let's see the integer data type. So what is meant by integer data type? Integer data type means if I am taking 2, 4, 56, 89, 7899, 34, etc. This is called integer data type. Okay. Something that is these kind of numbers are called integer data type. Okay. Next data type is Boolean data type. So what is mean by Boolean data type? Boolean data type means true or false. Okay. It will be something like this. Capital T. Okay. That is very important. Like I said, if you are writing print in small letters, that is correct. It is a keyword. If you are writing capital P instead of a small letter p, that is not a keyword. So you will be getting error. Like the same way, true and false will be having caps in the first letter. Okay, T should be capital, F should be capital. Okay, so this is called Boolean. And next is what? Float data type. Float data type. So what is meant by float data type? Numbers are not only something like this, right? Numbers can be decimals also, like 3.4, 1.2, 8.999, 1.333. So all these are possible, right? So these numbers are called float data type. Okay, I'll explain again. What is mean by character data type? Character data type means only one single letter. Okay, one single letter only. That is what mean by character data type. And the standard way to write the character data type is using only single quote. Double quotes also fine, but use only single quote. That is what the standard thing for writing character data type. We will be call it as char data type. And next is string data type. String data type means what? Something that we will be writing as sentence or English letters, alphabets and everything inside double quotes. That is what mean by string data type. Okay. Next is integer data type. Integer data type means the numbers, whatever the numbers that you are having, 2, 4, 56, 89 or anything, any numbers, any random numbers, that are called integer data type. And next is Boolean. Boolean means what? Either true or false. That data is called Boolean data type. I will show you how the true and false will be looking like. Let me take